What do you think about this new scheme that HDFC Ergo introduced?
HDFC Ergo basically said that, okay, buy this watch. If you run for 12 months, we'll make the watch free. On surface, it seems like a good scheme, but 15,000 steps a day for 12 months is really not possible.
I'm not gonna wear out my little knee joints over a 40,000 watch.
Is GTA 6 gonna come out this year? The only game I'd ever pay $100 for is GTA.
Yeah, because I've been playing it since I was a kid, dude.
What is happening with AMD's graphics division?
So you're telling me that Intel have essentially lost. Hello and welcome everyone to the Guildmasters podcast. My name is Faisal and I'm here for all things gaming for you. And this is Ekagra dealing with all things tech. So there's a lot of things going on apart from Kanye West's tweets in the entire world. Well, let's get started. So Ekagra, I heard that the Nvidia company, they have launched they've done this paper launch with, their RTX series, and how the stocks are running out. People are barely able to get any GPUs anywhere. And the 5070s, everything that's going on, I really need to hear about this from you.
So, like last time we talked about that Intel GPU, this time let's talk about Nvidia, because now Nvidia has come out. Like, people are saying they are not good. People will say whatever they want to say, but what I want to say is, I haven't seen anyone, I haven't seen a single graphic card, 50 series.
Well,
I mean, what do I say, man? Paper launch is a small, very small idiom to use. I would say that
they're not even on paper?
they're not even on paper, bro. In India, at least,
Oh, well.
I had talked to some representatives from some company. I won't name them. They gave me an estimate that forget about it before August. In India, 5090. If you want to buy right now, they're saying you have to buy bulk deals, in the sense that either you buy 10 motherboards from them or 20 cases, cabinets, and then you can buy you'll get the option to buy a single 5090.
So
And
that's
that
not
too
even
exorbitant prices.
Oh my god.
So already in US it's about $2,000. $2,000, let's say, just it's a joke.
Yeah, I am paying 2 lakhs, 3 lakhs for a GPU.
Yeah, and in US, not even in India, man, leave India. In US, it's going for $3,000, $4,000 above market price. So I don't believe, man, it's gonna be cheap for Indians. I'll buy a Honda City rather than I'll run it. Man, instead of buying the graphic card, just buy Nvidia stock, man. You'll get a graphic card in 2 years for free.
No shit, Sherlock.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel but well, about the stock, we've heard they have also been dropping pretty bad.
This is a best time to buy, man. Deepseek
Honestly,
gave us an opportunity.
Yes. Well, the parent company is a hedge fund, and they ended up, shorting Nvidia pretty bad.
Basically.
And might as well just force Nvidia to work on more AI models. That could just, wow.
Well, the funny thing is, Nvidia stock fell because of Deepseek. People thought that this was because, it's a Chinese company and they might be using Chinese shit to run that AI. But the irony and funny thing is that it was Nvidia GPUs. At the end of the day, it was using less GPUs.
So you're basically saying it's a skill issue.
Well, I mean, everybody has a perspective of their own.
I'd call it a skill issue.
Yes, I mean, no comment.
Speaking on skill issues, we have to get running on AMD, dude. What about AMD is going on? There's vulnerabilities, I've heard. There's also new GPUs that are coming out. Tell me something more about that.
So basically, Asus fucked up.
Oh no.
In short, Asus fucked up. So what happened was Asus posted a motherboard BIOS update. They forgot that what date it had to be released and other things. So it was a X870 ROG board, and they posted an update, and in update there was a update notes are there. So they just acknowledged there that there is a vulnerability, which was not public knowledge. It gives privileged access to anybody, but it requires physical access to the PC. That's a alright thing. Nobody can remotely take over your PC. But still,
Vulnerability is a vulnerability, yeah.
So AMD was like, bro, what the fuck? Why would you post that? In 1 hour, the update was gone, taken down. But everybody found out. So this is a very bad look because there's no fix for that vulnerability. Technically, these things are released when a fix is released. There was no fix.
So it's more like, you post an embarrassing picture of yourself on an Instagram and you're just trying to delete it, but then like 5 people have already seen it.
Yeah, basically.
Oh no.
So I mean, leave it, man. Like, it's not that big of a deal. I mean, considering
everyone's made mistakes.
yeah,
I
exactly.
think we can let go AMD on.
At least it's not that much of a big deal of a vulnerability. It's like, I mean, let's leave it.
Good. What about the GPUs?
GPU. Man, leave GPU. In CES this year, they released the AI Max and shit CPUs. I've not seen a single one.
So
I've
once
not
again,
seen them
just
anywhere.
like their competitors, it's a paper launch.
I mean, in US and other places, it might not be because on laptops I have seen the listings, but out of stock. Like, completely out of stock. I don't know who is buying.
Probably the Chinese. I don't know. Next Deepseek
So
R2.
I mean, the performance was really good, and if they come out with a X3D chip in that, like, I'll be very surprised. And I want to see AMD processors with X3D cache on laptops, because in laptops I feel that manufacturers and everybody just compromises a lot. I can get a 4060 graphic card with 16 GB of VRAM on desktop, but what the fuck, on laptop I'm limited to 6 to 8 GB. I don't want that. I want proper power. I don't want to be like limited.
I mean, if you're spending that much, it's pretty natural to expect a good equivalent of that. But then, like, I've had a friend who just bought his new Alienware laptop. So he has like a 4070, and I asked him how much did it cost him. He told me he bought it in India for 2.3 lakhs. When I think about it, you could get a relatively well-built PC with the same GPU,
and you won't be limited by power or thermals.
Exactly, and you're gaming like crazy on that, and you're getting everything you're paid for.
One more thing I just want to add to it. Many times people in India, they don't understand that why I don't recommend getting laptops if you're gonna spend more than 2 lakhs. If you're going about 2 lakhs, you need to keep some things in mind, because it's not just as simple as like it's never going to be same. Yeah. The only thing you're getting is portability. The major downside that people don't understand is the warranty. In a laptop, you're getting 1 to 3 years of warranty. That's it. That shouldn't be the thing. If you build a PC, your RAM will have minimum of 10 years of warranty. Your power supply will have minimum of 5 years to 10 years of warranty. Your motherboard will have minimum 3 years of warranty if you get a good brand, good one from somewhere. Processor comes with 3 years of warranty. Storage, SSDs, 5 to 10 years of warranty. But when you buy a laptop, you get 1 year of warranty.
And it's just for the laptop.
Just for the laptop. If anything fails, after 1 year you're gone. Or either you have to pay 10,000 more per year generally if you have a good laptop. And if you bought a 3 lakh rupees laptop, forget 10,000, bro. Like, companies don't even give warranty. They just say, no, we cannot insure this. Yep. So, I mean, Lenovo is a brand. The Lenovo LOQ and the Lenovo...
Yeah, I've heard. I was planning to get one of those.
Yeah. So, what they do is they at least give 3 years of accidental warranty and everything. So, people
you have to pay extra for.
I mean, if you have a student or something, it's even if you don't have a student, I mean, I guess it's too cheap, like 3,000-4,000 rupees for the laptop.
Like that's fine, isn't it?
3,000-4,000 for I'll say it's all right. I mean, 3,000-4,000 is good, and I've personally seen that their support has been very good, at least in tier 1 cities. So my friend has a Legion laptop, and he had to get his motherboard replaced. The guy came at home and took maybe 1 hour, replaced it free of cost. Under warranty. So I'd say it's a plus point, but still it's 3 years of warranty. If you buy a PC, the most major parts that generally die are your RAM and power supply, and both come with minimum 5 years of warranty. RAM to minimum 10 years. Nobody gives 5 years of warranty. They all give 10 years of warranty. So
Pretty long time, honestly.
I mean, people just don't understand this. Like, if you just want portability, like you're very hardcore on portability, and you cannot compromise with getting a laptop, I understand. But do one thing, not get a cheaper laptop, maybe 1 lakh rupees. Use the other money to build a good PC, invest some more, and just remote access into that good PC.
Yeah, I feel like that would be amazing. Honestly, that fixes two of your issues. That is your portability. That gets
Portability,
taken
and
care
if
of.
you don't have remote access, it's not going to be like your 1 lakh laptop is going to be slow.
Yeah.
1 lakh laptop is still going to be plenty fast if you need something done in a jiffy.
Yeah.
So I mean, I always recommend that get a
Plus, if you're
PC.
a student, honestly, with that 1 lakh laptop, I could bet you
Exactly.
that you could probably play your same games in your labs and your classrooms same way, all right, except I feel like a PC at home is very comfortable.
And if you travel a lot, or generally if you want a much more portable PC, you go to friend's house to play LAN parties or something, build a mini PC, get a mini PC, just those Noctua small case.
Yeah, even Asus is getting those.
Sorry, not Noctua, it's Fractal Design. I think I forgot the name. Fractal Design something it was. So it's a very small case, and even Lianli makes that A4 Max something.
Yeah, the small
case.
ones, right?
Yeah, like they're very small and portable. Even Anti-Sports, an Indian brand, has come out with a case which comes with a little handle also.
That
so
you can
you
carry
legit
around?
just take it as a carry bag, man. Like, it's smaller than a carry bag.
Honestly,
And personally, I've built a PC in that for one of my friends, and the quality was surprisingly very good. Generally, Anti-Sports, I see, they don't, that like, if you are spending more money than 5,000 rupees on a cabinet, you expect good quality. I haven't seen with Anti-Sports, but that particular case was a outlier. It had pretty good quality. I mean,
I
honestly.
feel like everyone has their problems. I feel like it's not like every company is out there just producing amazing stuff out
Yeah.
there. Okay, but moving on from PCs, I believe we have covered enough for those guys. Everyone there to understand that
Definitely.
yes, a PC is better than a laptop. Regardless of what you tell me, regardless of how expensive it gets, I can probably build you the same PC with the same specs and it will still outperform your little laptop. Getting back, so I heard that Windows is now cracking down on Windows 11. People who are trying to bypass the
Yeah,
VPN.
yeah. I personally saw that. So what happened was, there was a utility, I forgot its name. I mean, the only utility I remember is Rufus, because Microsoft, I don't know if they don't know about it or they just couldn't block it. But what Microsoft did with another utility, it was on GitHub. If you download it, they just started flagging it as malware. Bro, like, what the fuck? It's there on GitHub. It's
Why-
an
why?
open source utility. Everybody knows about it. Everybody has cross-verified its code. There's no malware in there. Everybody knows. Why is Microsoft like? The only thing that utility did was, so you have a ISO file of Windows 11. If you use that utility to flash it into your pen drive, that utility did was, it removed a bunch of installation slides where it asks for internet, and it just used a local account and
So what it does is it basically
bypassed barricades by Microsoft.
okay.
So there is another utility called Rufus. I feel it's much better. I just can predefine my name and everything, account name, while the ISO file is being flashed into the drive.
Oh, so it just basically fast forwards all the entering process.
Yeah, entering
that's amazing.
exactly. So, as you said, I don't have to do much of anything. Like, it won't ask me for internet or anything during installation. But coming back to the topic, let's go. The thing what Microsoft is doing is not right, in my opinion. Doing false positive just to gatekeep other softwares from doing something is not a good look, honestly. It's better if they do something with their installer where they want to do. It's their proprietary thingy.
Yeah, I
their
feel
wish.
like this
But,
would also cause a lot of hate coming in
Yeah,
from
yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
mod
It
PC team.
it sets a precedent for others also, na?
Yeah.
That Microsoft might just start blocking their software. It's like sanctions. Other countries get scared, like whatever. I don't. Sorry. I won't go into politics, but sometimes
We'll
I
get there,
slip up.
we'll get there. Hopefully, not right now though.
Hopefully not.
Speaking of sanctions, what do you have to say about the US Congress putting some on China and Deepseek?
It was not US Congress, bro. It was Trump personally. He just passed some, laws by just signing away. Oh, come, let it keep on coming. So, what I was shocked was it was only 10% on China. I was expecting 50%, honestly.
I mean, they did cause a $1 trillion crash in their legit Wall Street.
Exactly. $600 billion wiped on the first day.
Just from Nvidia.
I mean, they were putting 25% on, I think it was Canada and one more country. I forgot its name. What was the other country? I think Mexico.
Oh no.
So on Mexico and Canada, they were putting more tariffs than China. I mean, I understand Trudeau is not liked by anyone, but
I mean, Canada's just too nice. They'll probably just take it with like a pinch of salt. They're like, okay, 25%. We'll...
at least they were given an option to negotiate. They were given some space to negotiate. I mean, Mexico agreed to get some troops and seize the border. I mean, protect the border.
I mean, honestly, China has just been giving L's and L's to the US, honestly. First TikTok, well, now it's Deepseek.
At the end of the day, I feel that no matter what tariffs you put on China, at the end of the day, it's the US citizen paying those taxes. Because if you are China, you're still gonna sell shit to me.
And
You'll just increase the price by 10% to
And
cover
then
the tariff charges. Why will you eat the tariff price? I mean, it doesn't make sense.
well, kids, welcome to Finance 101. What do you think about Gemini 2.0?
I mean,
How it's following the AI ethics and that,
ethics.
are there any?
The AI might be following the ethics. Google is not. They just removed a big chunk of their ethics page. How they were never gonna allow their AI to be used for weaponizations and stuff. They just boom vanished. Nobody seen shit.
I just want to know, would you say that we could see a possible Terminator Skynet sort of?
I mean, we are seeing Jarvis already, so
All I've
Ultron is not far away.
Well, that was a nice one. Well, I mean, all I've been seeing of Jarvis is just brain rot Iron Man reels from Marvel Rivals.
The biggest use people are making of Deepseek is to get script for brain rot memes. I've seen so much shit on online. People just are writing bullshit stories and making Minecraft running.
I mean,
reels.
honestly, I believe, okay, I love how the entire world is just so divided right now. So we have Trump, we have Kanye West going Nazi mode, then we have teens who are doing nothing but just brain rot.
Tell me your thoughts on what Mr. Ye is doing on X. How he's doing Ye.
Well, I would have done that, but then I don't want YouTube going ahead and banning me again. Just
Don't
like
worry,
they did
don't worry. I mean, if he's not banned on X, if YouTube bans us, we'll just post this on X.
Also, speaking of Kanye, I think today marks his end of his little rant that he was going on and on about. Too much stuff to talk about on there. I mean, I personally cannot because, well, YouTube sanctions. I don't want to get my channel banned. Getting back, Ye has been having a whole roller coaster emotion ride. Okay, I would love to see what his ex Kim Kardashian has to say about that. That would be amazing. Well, getting back, speaking of running anyways, what do you think about this new scheme that HDFC Ergo introduced? I think you've heard of it. The Apple Watch thing. Never been a personalized Apple Watch fan. Okay, I feel like they're useless. People out there probably think they are not. So I'm gonna hear more from Ekagram.
It's not that people don't think they're not. People are themselves not used. I mean, I don't. Why?
Yeah, why?
If you don't have money, just don't buy it, dude. Like, don't try to play the system. The system will play you. there are hundreds of thousands of people who try to think that they can play the system, and at the end of the day, neither HDFC is gonna spend 100 crore. I mean, they have a net profit of 400 crore. I mean, they're not gonna give 25% of whole year's profit.
Well,
It's
Ekagra,
simple.
I believe our viewers probably do not understand this context, so we're gonna have to give them a little more.
Okay. Sorry. I mean, so what happened was coming to the starting point. So basically, there was a campaign launched by Apple and HDFC Ergo.
And Zopper, I believe there was one more company, Zopper.
I'm not too sure on that. I think the two main players were HDFC
Ergo and Apple, yeah.
The Zopper thing, they might be the seller.
Yeah.
Because what I am seeing is that maybe Apple themselves were not involved in this scheme. The name of the scheme was India Gets Moving or something. So thing is, it was not Apple themselves. It was a third-party seller for Apple. It was an authorized Apple seller, and without Apple's consent, this would have not been possible. So Apple is involved. It's just not directly. So what happened was they partnered up with HDFC, and they were like, we have shit ton of watches. Nobody in India is like willing to buy a 40,000 rupees watch. I have a 10,000 rupee phone and I'm pretty happy with that. I mean, it never.
Why would I go ahead and spend 4 times that on a watch?
Exactly. I have this watch I'm using since 5 years. It's working perfectly fine.
I mean, I've been always an analog guy, so I don't work with.
I mean,
to each their own, man.
Coming back, so what happened was HDFC Ergo basically said that, okay, buy this watch from us. We'll give you this offer in India Gets Moving. If you do, like, I think it was around 15,000 or 20,000 steps.
15,000 steps.
15,000 steps in a day. If you run for 12 months, we'll make the watch free. We'll give you points in the HDFC Ergo app, and you can convert those points to cash, real money, and use that to pay the EMI and stuff. So people thought, okay, nice, we can play the system. We get such an expensive watch and Apple Watch. And people were like, yeah, I mean, on surface it seems like a good scheme, but 15,000 steps a day for 12 months is simply not possible. Even if you keep walking for 3-4 hours now, it's still difficult.
I feel like, I think even if you Google it, if I remember correctly, so from my days of running, okay, all I know is that an average athlete can clock up to 12,000 steps a day. I'm talking about an average athlete.
Average on an average day. We are not talking about like their practice session days. Even athletes don't do 15,000-20,000 every day, because that's simply worse for us. According to a research, I'm a forgetful guy, so I forgot. But I saw this on Gyan Therapy. Mr. Rakesh made very good video about this topic. So he gave a lot of insight into this. So he showed that there was a research or something which said that on average, a human should run, to maintain good health, they should run 8,000 to 10,000 steps max. If they go above that, then it's actually worse for the health, because only athletes are recommended to go above that.
Yeah.
It's simply, you're gonna wear out your legs. Like, I mean, there's a limit to everything.
I'm not gonna wear out my little knee joints over a 40,000 watch. I mean, like.
Yeah. So there were people who still went ahead. They thought they could play the system. They played the system. Then HDFC played with them, because HDFC, of course, they're not gonna give away 50,000 rupee watches to free for everyone.
Well, now guess who looks like the clown?
I don't want to flame. I mean, at the end of the day, still HDFC is in the wrong. I don't know who devised this, program, because of course it's dumb. It's India. If people can get something for free, they will. They will.
That's the thing. And I'm pretty sure if it was not even 15k steps, it was like, say, 25k steps.
25k steps, people would
have done it. I'm pretty sure there has to be some madman who's waking up at like 4 in the morning just to clock in those steps. Why? Just because he wants his Apple Watch.
And definitely people can't get that every day. They have life, they have to work, they have to eat. So what people were doing was they were making, jugaad, ghetto.
Oh yeah, I heard.
They were getting ghetto. They were like doing all day.
Or they, there are people who I have heard of. They're paying other people 200, 300. So joblessness also runs a lot in India.
Leave that. They're tying it on their dogs and cats and letting them go. Cows, like walk whole day, bro. Eat, walk, free steps.
Imagine
free
being like
watch.
a farmer. Okay, no offense to them, they're amazing people. Okay, and then you're just going. Like imagine this white person coming to India to have a look at the farming scene and everything, and then he just sees a cow with an Apple Watch Ultra 2, and it's just going on the field. What is it for? Well, I just wanted the watch for free. Right, I think that could be something, dude. Well,
that was a good one. I mean, that is possible because the scheme was only in India. I mean, HDFC as of now has said that they are facing a lot of problems because they did not expect this. I mean, how could you not expect to get so much traction on this whole scheme? Because it's India, man. Like, there's no way Indian devised this
see,
program.
Honestly, you're talking about a country with people. I'm part of the country. I'm not saying, I'm telling from my own experiences. You're talking about a country where people save plastic bags in their houses so they could use for something else.
Garbage, man.
Garbage, yes, mostly. And then we put the bread. We put bread loaves in the fridge.
Yeah.
So that it stays fresh. Then there's so much you could go into. I mean, like even if we were to go to like a 5-star hotel, I'm pretty sure we're bringing back the utilities that they give us. So how could you go ahead and be like, well, 40,000 watch, you walk, you get it for free. Really? How does that not work? Of course it will work.
I mean, I honestly, what do I even say, man? Like, I'm 100% sure that this whole scheme was not, brought forward by an Indian guy. It was probably proposed by someone from outside because there's no fucking way any Indian manager
would have gone like, wow, that's a great idea. People will definitely not work that much, and people will definitely not try getting it. Well, guess what? They did.
Now what to do?
Pay them? Now you have to either pay them or you either put your company reputation in stock or at stake.
It is Apple. Apple's name is there, so they will have to pay. Like, Apple will make them pay because HDFC is a very big partner. If you go to an Apple retailer, Apple store or something, you will always find discounts related to HDFC cards.
Like 15%. I got my phone off for that much. And just saying, HDFC being HDFC is again, well, 3-camera phone, it's all right. Well, HDFC being HDFC is still a very huge part of the country because, if HDFC or, SBI, HDFC, all of these banks, if they start crashing, Bank Nifty starts crashing. That's a whole issue at Sensex. So, I'm pretty sure they are not putting their name out there, just to get cut off.
Either Apple will come in and pay, or they will come in and make HDFC pay.
Well,
I mean, if they want to take back their watches, they can, because see what happens is HDFC said very easily, they said that we didn't expect this, so payments are getting delayed. But they don't understand, or they don't want to understand, that at the end of the day, people are there who bought these watches on EMI.
Yeah.
It's HDFC who can say to people that we don't have money, please wait, and they don't have to face any repercussions. But people still have to pay their EMIs. They cannot be like HDFC and just say, okay, sorry.
Because at the ground level, there's a person paying 7,500 EMI with a bare minimum of 10K salary.
People don't have that much money. That's why they tried to play the system. They played the system.
Well, they did.
It didn't turn out that what they expected it to turn out to be.
They just didn't expect that they'd get screwed over again. There was like a double.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't have expected, because Apple, HDFC, there are people who got played by chit funds. That is expected. I mean, chit funds, bro.
I mean, call this a Sanjay Leela Bhansali movie, the way all these twists are happening, okay? Well, I feel that's a lot of tech for everyone out there.
Let's get moving.
Kendrick Lamar honestly, Ekagra makes me feel like I am not hating professionally. That man is a professional hater. I love it. You know, the way he has kept on. So there was this lyric on Drake's song, okay, where he says, Kendrick just opened his mouth. Somebody go get him a Grammy right now. Guess what did Kendrick do? He got 5 of them.
I mean, I'm not updated on Kendrick Lamar and
Drake's beef?
yeah,
Oh, Lord,
but
that's a whole thing.
if you say what you say, it's funny shit, man.
No shit. I mean, that man made a diamond necklace with a small A, okay? Except nobody exactly got why it is there. I'll tell you what it is. You know how there's music notes, right? So there's a A minor note, except there's a lyric on his song where he says, it's probably A minor. Except he's referencing here to Drake as a pedophile, and he's also calling, playing like it's probably A minor, like the song. Well, good stuff, good stuff. I'm a Kendrick fan. I love him, honestly. So yes. Getting going. I believe there's gaming
Drake
news.
fans will not be happy with this man.
I mean, after what Drake has done and the amount of L's he has been taking, I think the only thing that people are gonna throw now at him.
The only thing I'm surprised is Elon Musk threw a salute. People burnt him on a stake. Mr. Ye
Did the same thing essentially.
and worse, much worse.
Much worse, essentially.
He's openly promoting it. He's like, okay, I am, yes.
I am. Okay, editors, please do like a, beep.
Rewind.
He's openly promoting it. He's like, okay, I am.
Are you satisfied?
Yes.
I mean, the t-shirt he posted, I quite like it too. Just the thing should be
Is it
turned
the
a bit.
symbol should be like a 90-degree,
At least a bit turned, then
So
it
that-
becomes good for me.
so that we don't look like supporters of the failed artist from Poland. But again, getting back.
Don't say failed artist, man.
Oh, yeah, never mind. I'm sorry.
Nobody has seen his dead body, man. Nobody has seen his dead body. We don't know.
Well. Too much conspiracy. Too much conspiracy.
So, let's get moving to gaming shit, man. Like,
Oh yeah.
I want to ask you so much about the gaming and that's been going on.
Oh yeah, I've heard this so
So-
much. This even I want.
Let's start with Genshin, man. Like, I saw you playing Genshin yesterday. Tell me something about Genshin.
You're not supposed to speak that out loud.
It was a Sunday, man. On Sunday, who plays Genshin, man, all day?
Fair. Okay, see, I had to do my dailies. I had to get the Primo Gems. Arlecchino
Yeah,
is on the
yeah, yeah.
banner. I really want Arlecchino. She
Here
looks very
come
hot.
the excuses.
Never mind. My point being, so Jensen's been going through a lot recently. There's a lot of conspiracy about the new characters that are supposed to come, the new banners. You see, I used to be a DGen at some point, playing Genshin, all that, and knowing which banners are coming next. But then now the thing is, banners have now started following like a routine. So like an Archon, which is like a god, essentially in a particular area of the map. Now every map in Genshin represents a element. There's Pyro, which is fire. There is Cryo, which is ice, and all that. So there's 7 elements, I believe, and 6 of them have had regions by now. The 7th region, that is Cryo, hasn't come out. Now you may ask why. Cryo, as shown in the starting of the series, Genshin, is basically an antagonistic state. When I say antagonistic, the Sarista, or like the Archon for Cryo, is essentially out there to hunt every other Archon to get their Gnosis. Gnosis is their essence of them being a god.
I thought Gnosis. I was like,
Like a GNO.
I have never played Genshin, so
I mean, I understand.
I might be a little
It's
not
fine.
updated about it. That's why I'm asking you.
Well, I'm a man of jack of all trades, master of none, according to Kanye.
Yeah. I saw
So
you
well,
yesterday.
yes. So well, being there, now a lot of Archons have lost their Gnosis, of course, and the main reason for them losing their Gnosis is because they fight with someone called a Harbinger. Harbingers are essentially 10 of them out there. I'm not sure exactly 10 or not. Please, I'll let you guys know. So what happens is they fight with the Archons, they defeat them, get their Gnosis, and give it to the Sarista. Except now, of course, the community also wants these Harbingers to be playable. like so they also want it. Since it's a gacha game, everyone wants to roll, they want to spend money. Get them, because the Harbingers are honestly very cool because they have two forms. Just like Millennia from Elden Ring, they have two forms. So you defeat the first form and you're like, wow, I've defeated them. And then there's a second form.
There's a psych.
You're like, psych, well, and then you have to sit there for another hour trying to grind, also heal, all that. So, yes, speaking back. So now there's so much, conspiracy going about essentially on which Fatui Harbinger is going to come out next.
What's there to do about conspiracy in Genshin, bro? There's conspiracy in Genshin.
There's a lot. Trust me, there is a lot. You should dive deep into the Reddit communities and the Hoyoverse communities because there's a lot, honestly. And they get dark, they get light, they get fun. I mean, I've seen them all. I do not want to get
The only controversy I've seen about Genshin is the HoloLive social media thingy where there were PDF file lovers.
Oh, well, let's not go there.
Their favorite file type is PDF. That's all I mean.
We're not trying to get banned here, but again, getting back.
I'm not. There are people.
Speculation.
There are people
Speculative.
banned on HoloLive too.
Speculative. Again, getting back. Genshin's been fun about that essentially, and there's also the new patches that are coming in. The Natlands new areas are supposed to be unlocked. Now, essentially, the conspiracy is which Fatui Harbinger is gonna come out next. So we had was Arlecchino, and she's amazing, honestly. And we have to check out who's coming next. It could be Claudia. It could be many more out there, honestly. It could be Dotore. Dotore is an amazing character. I mean, honestly, I'll tell you why it gets very interesting with the Genshin community, because Dotore has this ability where he can clone himself. And he has done exactly that, except he's smart. So there's multiple clones at different age groups. So he has a clone which is at 20, he has a clone which is at 45, he has a clone which is at 35.
Genshin people are not beating the allegation.
I don't think they do. I mean, I'm not part of that side, honestly. I'm happy with my little Spiral Abyss, achievement. I'm happy I get a 3-star over there. I'm chill with that. And I think that's all I need. See, honestly, the only reason I play Genshin is because of, the gambling addiction it induces when you start rolling and you're like, wow, it's amazing. Oh, wow. I'm pretty sure my next pull is going to be a 5-star and it doesn't happen. And so you keep investing money. I think I've lost a lot over there. I think I just openly admitted to a gambling addiction, but thank you. Getting back.
And you have still not talked about your Valorant inventory, so you have not admitted enough.
Clearly. But you see, with Valorant, I mean, my only defense is that at least I'm guaranteed something.
Definitely. You're guaranteed.
I'm not
loss
beating
of money.
Just like Genshin people, I'm not beating the allegations either. Yes, getting back. So that's about, Genshin that's been going on, honestly. Well.
So, what about Valorant now? I mean,
Valorant, there's nothing going on in-game as such, I'd say. They introduced Fracture a while back. Fracture's been an amazing map. I will get a lot of hate, honestly, for this, but I feel like Fracture and Breeze are better than Abyss and Sunset. I don't like falling off the map in Abyss, dude. I mean, they put out the name Abyss and then you legitimately just fall to your death, which is so annoying. Imagine you're just planting, nice, peacefully, you're just planting, and there's a breach on the opponent team with just ults, and then I just get yeeted off the map. And I have no other way to come back. Unless I'm like Jet. But then... So yeah. But then their challenges have been going on. It's basically like a preliminary round, essentially, for their Masters. So their Masters is supposed to be conducted in Bangkok this time.
Okay.
So it's like every region has their challenges going on right now.
Currently, basically qualifiers kind of.
Yeah, qualifiers kind of a thing. And the one qualifier I would love, I have been amazed to watch at, is US or the NA region. Why? See, honestly, I play CS as well. I have always been a fan of the European side, Euro side. Okay, I do not like NA. Okay, but NA in Valorant, however, has been going insane. Roster changes have been a thing. Sentinels has a new roster. It has Bang. It has... Who else? There's Bang. There's so many other new people out there, okay? But one change I love to see was, which I personally was very confused about, was Aspas. So, quote unquote, the best duelist in VCT essentially. You have to be someone to get the best duelist title across all regions. He also held the record for the highest eliminations in a single series.
I mean, my focus was these teams have weird ass names.
MIBR.
No, you said something about as team's name was as.
Oh, that's a player, Aspas.
Okay.
MIBR
Then
Aspas.
players have.
I mean,
Bro, what the is you want to pass on your. What?
Oh, don't mind him. He does
Ah,
not play Valorant. It's alright. But yes,
I
Aspas.
am 100 kilometers away from Valorant or anybody that plays Valorant other than him
See, I'm chill like that.
because he's 2 meters away.
I'm chill like that. Getting back. But yes, a lot on the competitive side. I think Sentinels is gonna come out and win the challenges for any region, and they're gonna qualify. So it's like every region is gonna get their qualifier things, and there's gonna be like say second or third positions are also going to follow them into the Masters, and then Masters is gonna be a thing, and then after Masters there's 2 Masters that are conducted every year, and people who qualify from those Masters, so like the winners are automatically selected for the champions. Champions is basically master winners and their follow-ups into like a whole arena where they represent the entire region.
Okay, I mean,
Amazing, honestly. They follow this thing called the Swedish something. I don't know what it's called exactly. So that's how they choose the the what do you call that, the matchmaking thingy.
I mean, every game has a weird ass system now. Like CS was so simple before. They also
I like how you had to mention before.
now they have to probably run a tournament for hackers too, championship.
Oh, I heard a
who's
lot
the best
about
cheater?
that.
Who's the best helicopter in the server?
Imagine you just queue in and you're like, and then the MC is just going and he's just
Counter
introducing.
Strike becomes Arma 3 in 2 seconds. Everybody is just starting to bomb each other.
Oh, imagine it, and there's no fall damage. It's just Apex
Just
on
flying
cocaine at this point.
Flying around.
Well, heard a lot about Counter Strike cheaters. Oh my God, there's boredom that I've heard about. There's so many. There was.
I was seeing yesterday videos. There's a great YouTuber, Times Butter Window. He was a ex-pro player. He made some videos. Then there's Hikes, our single-eyed Russian Counter-Strike guy. So basically, I really like their videos. What they do, like they catch cheaters basically. So
This sounds like those people who try scamming back the Indian scammers out there.
So there are 3 cheaters. So one main thing I found out was there is this Jennifer Bodum Ivanova.
Yeah, I've heard
She's
about
a she's a kid basically. She's like 16 years. According to her HLTV profile, she's 16-year-old up and coming pro player from I think Ukraine or somewhere. Cheating in matchmaking openly, blatantly, and still can't kill anyone. She was shooting through walls. She was shooting through smoke,
I mean, I'd see if
aiming
you're doing.
at the people, and they still didn't die.
See, you have to be bad. If you can't just even if you suck even after having cheats, that is just bad.
The people's complaint was not that she's cheating. It was that how is she a pro if she plays like that while having walls? It was not like she was trying to hide it. She was legit just tracking through smoke and shooting.
And still the person doesn't die?
A person didn't die because she missed.
I mean, I'm pretty sure
Then there's another scene. So now there is another guy called Floki from Brazil.
Oh, I've heard about this. Is this the same guy who got reported by his coach?
His own coach him up. So coach was like, bro, guy, he's very sus.
Just goes ahead and casually reports him. And the thing is, since it is a professional roster, and people in the pro scene do take cheating very seriously, unlike your little ranked experience where you are the bad, you're just bad at the game.
What I saw is that maybe the reaction towards what happened with the Forsaken was way too harsh. Why? Because this Floki guy was also blatantly cheating, same or even worse than Forsaken. And nobody really gave him that much hate. How much Forsaken was given just because he's Indian. The whole Indian scene was killed.
Yeah, I mean, I would see with it being harsh, I would also call it like a thing. We see, I feel like India was just coming out onto the esports.
Yeah. But thing is, Brazil, man, Brazil.
It's home to. I mean, you cannot complain about it either because like Brazil is home to a lot of.
I guess, I mean, you're right. But still, it hurts, man. Like seeing that Indian scene was single-handedly killed just
Because of one guy, yeah. But then I feel like we as a country should also focus more on. While it is killed, I do agree. You know, internationally, yes, we're not able to get there. But I feel like at least domestically, we should cultivate that culture. You know,
I mean, that is happening. Technically, CS dying in India resulted in people just
Shifting
quitting
to
it in Valorant. They're quitting and going to Valorant, and at least due to Valorant, still esports has survived.
survive.
If Valorant was not there, as much as I hate Valorant, I'd have to say without Valorant, Indian scene of competitive gaming would have died.
Not, yeah.
It would have just simply ended with Forsaken completely.
Well,
A PC player of Counter-Strike is not gonna go to PUBG.
yeah.
And there's no money in PUBG in India, honestly. Like I've seen the
There was
matches.
a time,
It was like not fun, man, not fun.
And I feel like the only reason Brazil does not get as much hate as we in India do, because I believe Brazil has also been home to a lot of great players.
Forest, Olaf Meister.
Insane people, dude. Insane aimers. I love that clip where Olaf Meister diffuses while he's on the molly.
Yeah.
It was so cool. They gave him a sticker for it.
Like whole ass graffiti on the map.
Yeah. That's insane.
The map has been removed from the pool, but I love that map, man. Like.
And there was also Cold Zeras, that 4K or 5K on that.
Yeah.
Insane.
You cannot replicate that, man. People have tried.
So legendary. I mean, I still watched it.
There was Kukli also. Kukli.
Oh yeah.
Kukli. The only difference is that after the match, he received a big ass red thing on his profile. He couldn't play after that. You know what happened with Kukli?
Oh, go ahead, tell me.
In Dust 2 map is there. So USP pistol is there in CT. It while jumping and giving anybody a headshot with full health, with full helmet, only deals enough damage, but it won't kill the guy. That guy just nonchalantly gave a jumping headshot, and the person died. He would have not been caught cheating had he not shot that guy while jumping. He would have continued. But the only mistake he made was people noticed it, because of course if you play every day you'll notice that gun is not supposed to deal that much damage.
I mean, like, there was this I feel bad honestly, because there was this one championship where it was Navi versus G2, I believe. I'm not sure exactly. I think it was G2.
I don't think so. These two teams have been caught in
cheating I'm not talking about hacking, of course, but like I feel like it was like a title run. Simple was playing, okay. And there's this very fun part. So you know how Nico is known for his 1Ds? Insane 1Ds. Man is a master of his craft, honestly.
Go ahead.
Imagine that guy in the championship. It's the finals, like the last map, and he has to essentially kill Simple with just a 1D. He has a clear shot. Simple is not looking, and he whips. That person whips.
Honestly, it was not as much as his mistake as it was just him getting CS gold. Basically, CS, no matter even if you shoot at head, there's a percentage chance of it hitting or not hitting, because it behaves like a sway. No, it's a feature and mechanic in CS where there is always going to be some sway in the bullet. So it's sometimes just bad luck. Even if you aim perfectly, it's simply because the distance was so far away that there is another debuff that applies, that is bullet fall off, damage fall off. So what that does is that increases sway also. So the bullet has a greater chance of missing in CS.
That is honestly sad because that one, it was a 2v1, I believe. where-
And simple just 180'd him.
yeah, simple 180 ops him off, and then the other guy comes and he dies and they win.
That was hard to watch. I mean, I am a hardcore Navi fan, but that was very hard for me to watch, man. Like, because it was not his mistake.
Yeah, it's just a gun
He
thing.
didn't actually whiff. It's just how CSGO and CS2 works.
Well, you can't really blame him for that. I mean, it's all right, I believe. Oh, Marvel Rivals, bro. I have to tell you about that.
Oh, we forgot about Marvel Rivals, man. How can we forget about that?
The one game that's going bonkers everywhere. Honestly, amazing game. I've played it. Lovely. Love the skins, of course. And amazing. I've bought few of them myself. I've bought the Venom skin and it looks amazing. There's new skins that have been leaked. Okay. And
The developers have cracked.
they know the code, they know the algorithm, they've understood everything. Okay, I think everyone can.
Just give people
get
the
what I
money. Just give the people the and
Well-
they'll give you the big fat money.
Men simple, people horny, people
You
buy.
want easy money? Don't go woke. Drink coke,
And
spend more money. If you get
well, getting
very
back,
bad joke.
Yeah, getting back. Amazing skins coming out though. There's a Captain America skin that I'm really looking forward to buy, even though I do not play him.
Captain America, definitely nothing else. Huh?
I mean, I'll get there. Just give me a second. I want to start off like a.
I'm not getting the Captain America, man. I'm not spending.
I know you want to get the Mrs. Invincible skin. I know, I can't. But then yes.
I ain't paying shit for.
Well, Captain America's new rerun skin is essentially him from Infinity War. Endgame. My bad. Endgame. So where he has those Wakandan shields and everything. So it's amazing. That's good. And there's a lot of patch notes that have come up in the new one, where they've done minor bug issues. Nothing too game changing. Honestly, like Jeff can now, when he throws out people out of his ult, they're gonna go in a more streamlined way. Gotta love that character, man. Jeff is amazing. Speaking of patch notes, there's new patch notes for Valorant as well. Well, good news. Ascent is back again because they knew that they cannot keep that one map that everyone loves outside the game for that long.
It's like the Dust 2 of.
Yeah, it's just too niche to the game. I feel like Valorant comes the second you say Valorant, Ascent plays into everyone's head. That's how good it is. And I love the map because I'm a Sova main. I love taking the Odin, go brrr all the time. But yes, Valorant's done that. But then just calm down. It isn't coming out anytime soon. It's gonna be early March before it comes out. That's patch number 10.0.4 or something. What is going out though is Abyss finally and Bind. They're going out. Ascent and Icebox is coming back. So finally I can play Viper on some map again. For let's just say reasons. I like Viper, amazing character. So yes.
What do you think? Is GTA 6 gonna come out this year?
I mean, I've heard this new leak rumor where someone got a new hint about when it'll release, but I feel like it's not very Rockstar.
Rockstar has said that it will come out in 2025 spring. So
Spring is pretty close.
game doesn't
Gotta
feel
save
like
up money, man, for that PS5. I ain't getting it on a PC then.
What's your opinion about paying $100 for it? Are you
Dollars?
dollars, meaning 8,600 rupees. I saw AWOD. AWOD is a new game. It was in pretty like huge controversies. So I saw it on Microsoft Store for $100 basically. Pre-order, not released.
Well, see, honestly, here's the
In
thing.
India, regional pricing.
Honestly, guys, I feel like $100 for GTA 6 with the weight and the way it's supposed to be played and everything. Honestly, I would go for it. I'm not saying I wouldn't.
The only game I would agree. The only game I'd ever pay $100 for is GTA.
Yeah, because I've been playing it since I was a kid, dude.
Exactly, like it's
Sorry,
in our
Rockstar, I
blood.
have violated your age thingy, but then I cannot stop it. It's just that good.
It's the only game that people would pay. Like there are people like Asman Gold and everybody. They gave like a lot of hate to Rockstar and other. I mean, I would give hate to them too if it's coming out for cheaper, like $60. More money for me, bro. Either way, I'm gonna give you $100. I'll just buy some other
Yeah,
DLC
that
or
Simpson
something.
meme that take my money.
Take my money is
Yeah,
the only
exactly.
thing I'm gonna be doing, because even if you launch it for $70 or $60, there's gonna be DLC. There's always the DLC.
Yep.
Online,
All
deluxe,
DLC.
ultimate
I
edition.
spend money like crazy, dude. GTA is worth spending money on. You see, like the one thing that catches me off guard every time is, the last time I went to buy GTA, okay, they told me at GameStop, they're like, well, you need a Guardian. And now, if I am to go, they're just gonna ask me debit or credit, and I'm just like, oh Lord, I've grown up.
That's another thing. Now we are at a point like we started playing when we were actually legit just 11, 12-year-old kids. But now when GTA 6 is coming out,
We're genuine adults now.
we can actually buy shit with our own money, so we don't care about it being $100. I'll pay for it, man. Even in
Yeah.
India,
I'd
it's more
love
than
to,
my
honestly.
rent. But okay, I'll still pay it.
Well, you did not have to disclose your rent. People are just gonna be like, "Wait,
I have not given an exact amount, just saying.
He's smart with Finance 101. Finance with Ekagra, not Sharan. Sorry, Sharan.
No.
Ekagra. I've heard that finally this one company out there that we have heard a lot about, okay,
I mean,
has beaten one company, another one, in fact, at their own game. I think you can fill in the
Well,
blanks for them.
the two companies are AMD and Intel. To cut the chase, basically Intel has been taking non-stop L's. Now, even in the data center business, where they had such a strong grasp, but AMD EPYC CPUs are just that good, man. Like AMD was finally able to beat Intel at data center sales for 2024. So they just both companies released their financial data, and so apparently AMD earned $3.8 billion, and Intel only managed to get $3.4 billion. So $400 million less than AMD.
A win's a win.
A win is a win, but the thing is, I don't know why, but Intel has kind of stagnated, in my opinion. Even when they release new products, they are not able to beat AMD's processors. It's the same situation as what AMD is in the graphic card department, where Nvidia is just beating them like with a stick, almost. They just ran away from CES, bro. They were like, okay, wrap it up. We cannot show this.
Yeah, we're like, oh well. They saw the 5070 with the same performance as the 4090. They're like,
There are
well,
rumors.
screw this.
There are rumors that they might release it in March.
Mm.
But there are also rumors that AMD was planning to release the GPU in CES itself, but they had priced the GPUs to $1,000 while performing same as a $500, 5070.
Yeah. I mean, it's gonna hit hard, right? I mean, like,
honestly, Nvidia would have shoved it. The graphic card would have been a failure because you would have been an idiot to buy that.
yeah, I mean, everyone who bought the 4090 essentially, okay, for the Nvidia GPUs, everyone who got it, and then Nvidia just openly tells ki, okay, so our new $500 model is now better than your $2,000 model. Screw you.
So basically, AMD EPYC CPUs and Threadripper Pro especially, these are CPUs bought by companies. They buy in bulk, like thousands of CPUs, and each CPU is $5,000 to $10,000. So it's a shit ton of money. It's very lucrative, more lucrative than the gaming CPU business will ever be for them. They don't have to. One sale makes them like $100 million to one data center.
That's amazing. That's a lot of
And
bag.
it's a very big retention thing. Basically, you sell them a processor, you sell them a motherboard, you sell them a system. They have to optimize their softwares for your shit, for your hardware.
It's a very curated thing for the company.
Exactly. And now if they want to upgrade in future, they'll upgrade with your processor only, because honestly AMD's processors, server processors, are 3 times cheaper, 2 times. I mean, current processors are not that cheap compared to Intel, because Intel had to lower the price. From what the sales data is showing, they have to lower the prices and they have to get the performance on par or better. Otherwise, they're just gonna keep on falling.
So you're telling
Same
me-
as what is happening with AMD's graphics division.
So you're telling me that essentially if Intel had lowered the prices this time, where they got beaten in sales, they would have
Why-
essentially lost the battle.
Basically, see, if you are a data center owner, you have proprietary software, you have proprietary, infrastructure that has been developed around Intel. If it's cheaper for you to buy a Intel processor and continue using Intel, which is already optimized, you won't have to spend any more money to optimize it, then you will continue taking Intel. But there is a point where if Intel is actually increasing the prices and not decreasing them, it's more economical for data centers to just get AMD. AMD is giving their flagship processor, the Epic flagship processor, their most expensive processor. I think it was around 256 core or something. No, sorry, 196 cores.
Oh damn,
196 core in a single processor.
that's a
and
lot.
2 can fit on a single motherboard. That's how much?
196 times 2, that's
Around 380,
feel like-
392. So 392 cores, man, like it's a joke, man. Almost that many cores can run, like even if you run virtual machines with 10 cores, you can run
around 20 of them.
20 of them. And 10 core virtual machines are not cheap, they are expensive, they have a huge margin.
And
And if the processor is cheaper, you
And
can
that
get
would-
2 of them.
allow cloud computing to be so much more efficient.
Exactly, because simply if you have more cores in that processor is using 300 watts. Let's take for example, I'm going through like the TDP that AMD lists on their webpage. I don't know what's the actual power consumption, I've not seen it. So even if I take example, let's take a higher end thing, 600 watts per processor. You're running 2 processors, still it's only 1200 watts. But you're running 20 PCs from that, virtual PCs. Just take that into consideration. Where if you run Intel, the highest one is around, I think, their highest one is, I think, 48 core or something.
Well, Intel's getting thrashed in this market then that way.
And even if that processor is using, 300 watts, half of the power of the Ryzen one, it still would have 4 times less cores. So you could only run 5 virtual machines. So overall, it's more expensive to run Intel rather than just go for AMD. So if you are expanding your like, there are people, let's take example, you are a data center owner. This is your data center, you want to extend it. Generally people used to go with just Intel. You have Intel processor. Now AMD has made it so simple. Just buy AMD processors, motherboard, throw it in, your software will work. Mostly not much optimization is needed anymore, because AMD will help if you
So AMD basically
big
took
customer.
what AMD did essentially was they're gonna just take Intel. They're just gonna be like, okay, this is Intel. We're gonna see what they're doing,
Of course.
and we're gonna do it cheaper and much more efficient. So Intel's already expensive and less efficient. What AMD did was make it cheaper and more efficient.
Exactly. Now here comes the point. How AMD is giving their Epic line processors for let's take the highest end thing, even 10,000 euro, not dollars, euro. That's 10 lakh rupees dot, almost 10 lakh, 11 lakh dot. So for one processor, that is the Epic processor, if you buy a Intel processor, the highest end Intel processor, even if you buy it at, like, I'll take the lowest price. I know it's more than that. I'll still go with the lower price of 5,000 euro. Still 4 times less the cores.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing.
You're paying 50% less money, but you are getting 75% less performance.
That is, I could essentially just double the money and quadruple my performance. Why should I not do
Exactly,
that?
exactly.
As a data center owner, I would look at those statistics. Yeah, that's actually a.
Honestly, what AMD is doing is crazy, man. Like their chiplet design, the main factor why AMD has succeeded in this is, and so they maintain a huge margin on those processors. Simply before it was not possible. Still for Intel, it's not possible that easily. Is because that manufacturing those monolithic is a huge ass silicon chip is very difficult to manufacture. So AMD has a clever shortcut. They do with all the processors and they have patented it. And Intel has not done that. So why Intel can't make those things is
Because AMD has the patent.
no. Why I'll tell you, AMD does not make monolithic dies.
Oh.
When you have a round silicon disk that comes out of the TSMC from Taiwan, there are always gonna be defects. It's the percentage of defects that decide your margin. If you manufacture 100 processors on that one silicon wafer, there let's say 10 are failures, 10% loss, home run. From home base only you have 10% loss. So cost will go up for the other 90%. And those 100 you can fit on this big wafer is because they are so small. But if you are making this huge processors, you can only fit 3-4. If even one fails, the loss is huge. It's like 25% of the wafer gone, 25% margin cut. So how AMD solved this problem was, instead of, they were like, why the fuck would we make such a big thing? Instead, we'll just make shit ton of small ones and we'll put all the small ones together.
Oh,
That's
wow,
called
that would
solve the failure problem. And this is basically called chiplet design. So they have 8 core chips. Now they have upgraded to 16, I think, also. So per chiplet they'll have like 16 cores, and they combine them to make 196 cores. So Intel is not doing. Intel actually should do this, and they have been doing sort of something like this in the commercial space. So you have seen those 12 gen, 13 gen, 14 gen CPUs. They have efficiency cores and performance
E-cores.
cores. So that is basically just chiplet design only, where they have combined two different types. AMD says, fuck it, all should be performance cores. There is no need of putting efficiency cores
cores.
in PCs.
Wow.
In laptops, AMD has been doing this performance core, and they just don't advertise it. They are like, our processors are best, we don't do efficiency core or anything. They do it, they just never advertise it. Intel was more into advertising it as a main
Makes a lot of sense. Yes.
if Intel is able to somehow circumvent this
This problem, I think they
Yeah.
should be able to come out on top with AMD again.
Exactly, yeah. Because 48 core processor is, of course, they don't want to be limited to that. They are limited because of patents.
Patents, yeah, okay.
If they go for the 196 core, they have to build a monolithic die,
And then
that's gonna add such a huge cost that 10,000 euro, leave it. They'll have to probably charge 20,000 euro for the same product.
But if they would do it, do you think people would then again shift back from AMD to
It depends, it comes to cost. Are you willing to pay 20,000 euro for a processor which is same performance as what AMD is selling for 10,000 euro?
I mean, yes, but then Intel also has the the customer grasp, as you said, right? So like, I just want to know if
See, at some point, people's loyalty wavers. At the end of the day, it's just a company.
yeah, I mean, you're not wrong.
People are not even loyal to their countries nowadays.
Well.
There is AMD tries to play it a lot, but they play the red team and blue team, green team shit a lot. Even in their
Until,
processor
like, the rainbow
boxes,
team.
in their boxes they give a pamphlet that clearly just says welcome to the red team. So they are like segregating and trying to create brand loyalty using team red and team green, team
It's like Samsung and Apple all over again and again. Well, great patch note update from us, okay, to you all. It's been an amazing week.
We're gonna see you guys next week.
You're all always welcome to watch the Gilded Masters.
We are trying like every month, every week we are trying that on Saturdays we'll get an episode. There has been a delay since the last
This
episode.
one, yeah, I believe.
I believe it was simply due to there being no content. Honestly, if I'm being
it's
honest
been
with
a
you guys, there was
dry
nothing to
week.
discuss.
As dry as Gujarat.
As dry as B570, B580 Intel.
Valorant trying not to patch me with new skins.
Chalo. Anyway, goodbye guys.
Goodbye, guys.